Hey, it's Maritza from No Fluff Zone here, and today I wanted to share with you my surveying the text strategy. So this is part of a 5 video series, mini series that explains how I teach surveying the text to the children. So in second grade in our school, they've already been exposed to SPADE, mostly with fiction stories. So this is when you have to really look back at what the children have been taught. I call it, I guess, backwards planning. This is when you look back to see what is new in the grade level. Sometimes we make assumptions that they should know how to do this, they should know how to do that. But if it's not in the standards, it's not in the curriculum, how would the children be exposed to that genre? So I know in second grade, in first grade, they do get exposed to fiction and fantasy, a lot of that. Nonfiction is, here and there, but what they're more proficient in is fictional stories. So always keep that in mind. So why is this important? When you're surveying the text, this is an opportunity for students to review the text before they read it. They shouldn't really read anything except for titles, headings, subheadings. This is important for them to create a strong prediction. So this is the prerequisite to creating a prediction. The first thing you always do, and I use these posters. So for example, this is one my friend made, and all I did was edit the font. She gave me permission to, and I actually cut them. I made them in little blocks, and I have them here on my little teacher-led table survey. So as we're reading a brand new story, I'll say, okay guys, we're surveying the text today, and I just put it here, and it's a quick reminder of what is expected when we survey the text. So this is pretty simple, and this one's also one I have on my TPT store. This one I will add soon to my TPT store. I'm just, keep forgetting to do it. So first thing you always do is examine the title. What is the topic? So here, this one's, I guess, more for primary, and this one's more for intermediate, third and up. Review the text features, the title, illustrations, or photographs, etc. So before you survey the text, this is what I do. I printed these out, and first we always decide, we make a prediction, I guess, of the genre, right? Of what type of story we're going to read. So if it's a fictional story, the author made the story up. So we already know that the author created this story. It's a brand new story. It's probably going to have characters, setting, problem. It tells a story, has illustrations, and it has a problem and a solution. That's what we know about fiction. So a non-fictional text is a story that happens in real life, right? So these are the common characteristics of a non-fictional text. It gives information, it has photographs, main idea, and supporting details. So once you get that out of the way, you're able to determine with the children, and you're able to guide the children what type of genre this is. So that's really, in my opinion, the most important thing about surveying the text. So for example, in this story here, Little Flap Learns to Fly, here I'll say it, but for some reason, they don't really look at that. Some of them will, but most of them won't. They look at the title. We look at the illustration. We see the little birds. You see that the little bird has polka dots, and then we flip over. We're like, oh, look, this little bird, look at his face. Does he look happy? Does he look worried? So we already see something, a problem there. So then you look, and, I tell them to cover. And they're very honest. If you teach them to be honest, and you teach a culture of it's okay to, make a mistake, we're going to grow, we're going to learn from this, they're not going to really cheat. At least that's what I've noticed. So then you see the little two birds, like it looks like they're cheering him on. And look, now they're flying. And look, now the little bird is eating a worm. So based on that survey, I will have the children say, okay, we surveyed the text. We saw 3 birds. We saw the mama bird, right? Or no, we saw 3 birds only. So it looked like they were singing because we see musical notes. So based on that, we already know, right, that it's going to tell us a story, probably about the little bird that's by himself, right by the title. It says Little Flap. So we're going to predict his name is Little Flap. It's going to tell us a story. It has illustrations. So I don't see photographs. It has illustrations. So most likely this is a fictional story. And it has a problem and a solution. Based on the illustrations, what problem do you see? You see Little Flap looking, you know, worried. And then you see the birds, I guess his friends, brothers, whoever, sisters, who knows, cheering him on, right? That's what it seems like. You can do it, because their hands are up. So these are things that you have to teach children when they're surveying the text. So in that, they can decide what type of story this is, right? So now here is where it gets interesting. Towards second grade, and I know upper grades, we have more text features in a text, right? So let me give you a good example. Perfect example. A prairie guard dog, right? And this is a narrative nonfiction. So then that's where it gets tricky, right? So you'll see a guard dog, a prairie dog. You see headings, right? Good morning. You see captions. You see a bunch of other photographs. So you have to tell the children the difference. Teach them. This is a photograph. They'll say a picture. So that's good for, you know, first grade, kinder and stuff. But in second grade, we're going to say a photograph. You see that they're, you know, here more captions, photographs. You see bold words. You see more. So that's what you tell them. Look, a scare. That they can read when they're surveying. Oh, break time. Oh, now here's an illustration. Why do you think this illustration, you know, why do you think the author used an illustration instead of a photograph? Here, another photograph, and then a little chart. So these are things that you have to assume they don't know. Because we make assumptions that kids know what a chart is, or kids know what, I don't know, captions are. I know I have students still struggling with the concept of a caption. They just think it's little writing. I mean, that's what it is, but they don't, when I say the word caption, they don't understand that that's completely related to the photograph right under it, or the diagram, or whatever might be under it. So I use this poster, you know, and this one I can't sell because pretty much I can't even put it on my TPT because I use this lady. I'll link it in the description. She has these in big format. So for my classroom use, I made them in little format and I put it on one big poster. I review headings, graphs, bullets, charts, you know, and then the purpose of text features, it makes the text easier to read. Illustration, photograph, captions, icons. We have to start exposing them to icons and hyperlinks because in my school, we push iReady, and they have multi ways to obtain information on the computer. So they have a hyperlink or an icon. They have to start learning that those are features of the text: an index, a map, a glossary, a table of contents, labels, diagrams, keywords. Okay, so these are all things that I do before I survey the text. It will take time to do. Eventually, the more you do it, the better and quicker the children get at it. So you won't spend 10, 15 minutes doing a survey in the text. I've gotten down to like 3 to 5 minutes because we quickly glance. This is a quick thing. You don't take too much time doing this, right? And this goes hand in hand with the prediction, which is the next video. So pretty much that's it. That's how I survey the text, all right? You always have to remember this can be tedious. Don't look at it as something you have to do. Look at it as a way to investigate what the story could be about. You can make it a game. Hey, we're going to investigate. We're going to do, you know, a search. We're going to see what clues the author is giving us about the story. You always have to make things fun and interesting for the children. And that's it. So pretty much I'm going to put everything in the description, the stuff that I showed you today. I hope this video helps you on becoming better text surveyors. And if you have any suggestions, anything you do in your classroom when you survey the text, any tips that you would like to share, please put it in the comments below, or any other questions that you have about surveying the text. All right? Thanks, and have a great day.